Hey everyone, welcome to the video. Today's going to be all about automation in Logic Pro, and I'm going to teach it to you as quickly as possible. So if that sounds good, hit the like and subscribe button and I'll jump right in. To start, I'm going to explain what automation is in case you're not familiar. Automation is essentially changing parameters over time. So over 4 bars, you can turn up the volume, or when you get to this new section, change the pan. You can automate virtually any parameter you can think of, and I'm going to show you how to navigate the menus and get it all figured out. To find automation, you're going to want to go up here. Near the top bar, there's this little line with 2 dots on it. If you hit that, all your tracks are going to expand, and this is where you can start programming your automation. A hotkey for that, in case you're interested, is the A button. That'll open it all up. As soon as you open the automation window, you get some parameters that show up here. The first one is this drop-down arrow, and I'll get to that at the end of the video. It's a little more complicated. If you click this drop-down right here that says read, these are the different automation modes you have access to. And I stay in read almost all the time, so this tutorial is only going to be in read. What we're mainly going to be focusing on is this menu right here. This next box here is the automation parameter. So this is, for what you see on the screen, this lane right here, what you're going to be changing. I'm going to start with volume for this example, and then on the next example, we'll go into some deeper stuff. Let's say we want the drums to get louder over this 8-bar section. So what you can do is come in here, and when you click it the first time, you're going to turn on that lane. From there, you can start to add automation points. Automation points essentially tell Logic, okay, something's gonna happen here and something's also gonna happen here. Just be ready for it. And so what you can then do is start to click these automation points and move them around. You can move them up, down, wherever. And now you're saying when playback is right here, it's gonna be minus 19.9 decibels. And slowly over time, it's gonna work up to 0.14. And you can actually see as I'm doing that, the fader's moving up and down in the bottom left. And so now if I play it back, great, we've automated that volume to change over time. This is super helpful when you're mixing and you want to change the volumes of things going in and out of certain sections, or when the chorus hits, turn up certain things. It's excellent for that. If you want to get rid of an automation point, you can either double click it or go up to it, click to select it, and hit delete. You can also use the marquee tool, which you have to select up here, but when you do, it turns your command into this little plus sign, and then you can highlight a section and then click and drag that section, and it'll put in all those automation points for you. Say you want to control something other than the volume, like on this bass, we have the cutoff. You can go into any plugin that you have. Some are easier than others depending on the manufacturer, but you can find almost any parameter within the plugin. So in this menu here, I went down to Complete Control, which is my plugin, and you can see there's hundreds of options here. And so I've selected the filter cutoff. And once you click that, it lets you know what you're automating right there in the automation parameter box. And now we have control over the cutoff within that synth. So I'm just going to open it up over the course of time like this. Great, that's extreme, but that shows you how to do it. Other things that are helpful for this, if you go to this same menu and hit the automation curve tool, your secondary will actually let you turn these lanes into different shapes. So if you just pull up or down, it'll do that standard curve. If you pull to the left or the right, it's gonna do these type of S curves. So that's a few super creative ways to get hands-on with how you're manipulating these parameters. And so lastly, I wanna show you this drop-down arrow. So when you hit this, you can actually see all the active automation lanes for that track. So on the drums, we've got volume automation. Let's say we also want to pan as it goes. And we also want, we're out of parameters. We're gonna add an EQ to the drums. Let's do a low pass here. So then if we go here, we can go under the channel EQ and the high cut frequency. And then we can open that up as we go. So now when I hit play, you're going to hear all 3 of these things changing at the same time. And let me use the curve there too. Volume and pan have changed, and our filter's opening. One last tip that I love with this is called snap automation. So similar to how your regions can snap to the grid when you move them, so can automation. When you're in the automation window, just right click and go down to snap automation, and then these will automatically snap to the nearest grid value. If I zoom in a little bit, then the snap will get tighter. And so that's a really easy way if you want things to happen exactly on the beat. You don't have to like squint and line it up just right. Just turn on snap and it'll get you there. That wraps up the video for everything you need to know to get started with automation in Logic Pro. I hope that was helpful, and I hope this ends up being less than 5 minutes when I edit it down. If this was helpful, please make sure you like and subscribe because it helps the channel, and make sure you hit that notification button so YouTube will let you know when I come out with future videos. Thanks again for watching.